Why doesn't President Biden want to talk to Vladimir Putin right now?
Because he's invading a sovereign country?
Isn't he going to be potentially invading that for years on end?
Well, I would say that a moment where a leader is beginning and in the middle of invading a sovereign country is not the moment where diplomacy feels appropriate. It does not mean we have ruled out diplomacy forever. Obviously, the president remains open to engaging at a leader-to-leader level, but this is not the moment.
And why are you guys waiting to apply maximum pressure on Russia with, sanctions on everything? It doesn't seem, are you guys waiting for Kiev to fall or
sanctions on everything? How do you mean?
Like sanctions on all Russian transactions and oil and gas, or like, do you think that Americans are not willing to take a hit at the gas pump?
Well, I would say there's a couple of principles through which the president has approached sanctions. One is maximizing the impact on Russian leadership and on the Russian financial system, so that there will be a particular squeeze. We've obviously taken steps already that have gone far and above what has ever been done in the past. If you look at just the 10 financial institutions that we sanctioned, they hold a huge percentage of, they're about 80% of the Russian banking sector. That is a significant step that was announced yesterday. The export controls step that was announced yesterday means that they won't have the ability to get access to the technology and semiconductors and AI that President Putin desperately wants to continue to innovate his economy moving forward. There's also, of course, European countries are also looking at some of their reliance on Russia, whether it's for energy or other purposes, and they're making their own decisions about diversifying. And as I noted a little bit earlier, the ruble remains about 10% weaker year to date and the worst performing emerging market currency in the world. So what should be clear here is that there are already huge impacts. There is already an enormous squeeze on the Russian financial system and economy. What the president is also focused on as a principle is taking steps, making sure we are minimizing the impact on the American people, on the global economic system, and we of course weigh that as we have a responsibility to do. And we want to, first and foremost, I should have said this first, take these steps united with our partners and allies in Europe.
Does the administration have any message to American companies that do business in Russia with entities that are not necessarily on the sanction list? Would you like to see U.S. citizens not buy Russian products? Would you like to see U.S.-based CEOs not look for business in Russia?
We're not trying to hurt the people of Russia or the Russian people. We're trying to squeeze the financial system and sector to make sure there are significant consequences for the actions of the president. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. So, understanding there's no plans for Presidents Biden and Putin to speak, is there any line of communication between the White House and the Kremlin right now?
I don't have additional details on that at this point in time. Obviously, our national security team has a range of means of communicating with the Russians.
And should we take what you said earlier in your answer to mean that the president won't speak with Putin unless Putin de-escalates or withdraws?
Well, again, it's not the appropriate moment right now. I'm not going to give you a forever or never, because that's not how he feels. But they are actively invading Ukraine. They are moving on the capital. They are looking to overturn leadership. This is not the moment for President Biden to have a diplomatic conversation with President Putin.
One more on refugees.